Start recording now. Some stuff is a little weird because I've been trying to figure out how to stream record our PC stuff. Love this game. Been wanting to play it on stream for a long time. Been wanting to do a playthrough for a long time. I guess I can show off some of the stuff while this is going. Here's our new break screen, because you probably won't get to see that tonight. Exciting stuff. New Deadlands, that's a new DLC. I finally had a good reason to come in here and do this. Definitely gonna buy Red Dead Redemption 2 on PC though. Does it still run like shit or have they fixed it? I've been lurking in your stream since I've been home. Well, I really appreciate it, Steven. Thank you. Haven't been in days. Haven't been at the new job in days. Alright, I'm gonna skip the tutorial. The goal is to do this fairly difficult thing, which is 1 crown, 1 run. Beat the game. And in order to do that, you kinda gotta speedrun this sucker. You get me? Which means we want to move off this island fairly quick. Let's turn this volume up a little bit. So I usually put on like some audiobooks. This game actually has amazing music. Turn it down a little bit since we got song requests going on. So this is considered a strategy game light, because it is literally 1 button press. You get an ability like that, it's 1 other button press, but this is basically played with the joystick and the A button, and that's it. It's actually worth doing the tutorial because you get 2 free villagers. I want to remember that for the next time. I shouldn't have skipped it. I've been hired, I just finished training today, I'm waiting for my fingerprints to come back. Nice, congrats. So you didn't put a 2 weeks notice in with GoPuff, Tyrell? And do you know what days you're off and stuff? Season 5 is about to come out. I gotta add Resident Evil 5 to the board. I only have until June 21st for my current goal set, and I don't have Resident Evil 5 up there, obviously. I've got a bunch of other different games. I already kind of screwed up this. I'm gonna actually go ahead and restart this. I needed to do the tutorial. I didn't realize you lost out on some villagers if you don't do the tutorial. I have no idea whether we got a good, I've been done and I messaged you about it. Yeah, but I thought you were going to put in 2 weeks notice, not 5 days. I saw your text. But I appreciate everybody being here, and thank you for being patient with the stream redesign. Oh, by the way, Steven, you're the bit boss, the bit boss! I love these transitions. Dude, Stinger transitions are amazing. So there's 2 other games in the series that I haven't actually tried. Apparently New Lands is a little bit better than this 2 Crowns. The big deal with 2 Crowns is it's co-op. And I've just played the co-op just a little bit with my nephew. I mean, we have hours in, but it works because it's fun because you're with your buddy, but at the same time, it's like, okay, you handle this island, I'll handle this side of the island, and that's kind of how that works. There are some definite advantages, though. I mean, basically, you're able to bypass the permadeath quite as bad. If you lose your crown, your buddy can buy it back for you, so long as you don't both lose your crown. You can see, it's just the joystick and the A button. It's pretty amazing. And it's very pretty. I mean, these are great stylized graphics. You get a random, like, family crest every time. The monarchs used to be random too, but now they've like built characters into the game, so yes, a couple free people. Titan drink. Oh, do you have it? I don't know how much longer that's gonna last, honestly. Because I know the bit boss, my 2 weeks ended last week. So you'd already put the 2 weeks notice in? No clue. Featuring Freddy. Alien vs. Predator vs. Hunting Ground featuring Freddy? What's the deal with Freddy? Let me make sure. It didn't even put your alert in here, Steven. Why the hell not? It's weird, man. Who did boss? I don't see it in chat. We whispered it. Yeah, it should be Titan Drink, but if you don't have the potion, then you can't use it. But it's also possible it no longer works. Another big reason for the stream redesign is GatherBot went offline. The BitBoss system still works, so we're still using that, and the sponsorships still work. The quest system still works. So that element of the system is not going to go away for us, but that's why you guys don't see like a leaderboard and shit anymore, because it's just gone for now. We'll figure out a way to replace it. You're going to be getting Risk of Rain 2 in that new Predator game that's on the Epic Games Store. Nice, so it's running really well then. Can you post your specs in the Discord so we can check it out? There we go. Dicks out for Oscar. Dicks out for Oscar. Alright, so, again, the goal is this tricky achievement where you have to beat the game in a single run. This is just the first night, so we can be out running around doing things because we can just bribe the greed. The game gets harder with each progressive night, so by the time you're on like day 50, things are at a point where they're so difficult that you've made it nearly impossible on yourself to beat it in a go. Let's keep changing this audio a little bit. It's a bit loud. Without music behind it, we can turn up the song request a tad. There we go. I'm gonna have to get used to having a soundboard like that. We have so much more room for activity now. It's like the spawning of a new era. Alright, we should build this wall up. The greed, so what happens is at night, these things called the greed come out of a portal. This was made by a Swedish developer. I think it's a really small team. They've made 3 other games. At night they come out and they'll steal the boards from your ship. Alright, so I'm gonna lurk while I watch some cooking shows on YouTube. Steven, thank you very much for the resub and being the bit boss, the bit boss! Congratulations on that. I'm trying to figure out where I want to build this wall. There's like gonna be like 1 greed tonight, so it really doesn't matter. We could build out. But every night there's more greed, and there's different types of greed. There's a breeder, there's these floater things, they got a special name. There's these armored breeders, there's a crown stealer. Things get pretty crazy. So because we're trying to do a single crown run, I need to move fairly fast on everything. In fact, I need to be off this island in the next couple nights. So, another really, really cool element of Kingdom 2 Crowns is that there is seasons to it. So, it's a blessing and a curse. So right now we're in early spring. And I think the seasons last about an hour and a half each. But the deal is that these seasons will change over to summer and then fall and then winter. Winter is the only one that really makes a major difference. In the winter, all of the different animals, in this case chickens, it really depends on the biome you choose though. All of these go away. All of these go away. And you can't make any money in the winter, so you either need to save. They added some money-making opportunities during the winter, though they're still... They're really random, like a bush, but the bush needs to be close enough, because you have to get a farmer to it, and the farmers are really slow. But you can make some money that way, and you can also spawn out a boar. The action is go. We need to make a command, have it say something about going dark. Like alert command. That's a good idea. I haven't built one of those yet. A lot of people do have those. Will do. Sweet. Sounds good. Thank you, Jeremiah. Alright, so we're gonna build out here because the boat. The deal is the greed will also steal your boat parts. You have 5 islands, and your goal is to take the greed off of every single island by counterattacking. As I say, the longer we go, I was stuck between doing this on PC and Xbox, but I decided Xbox because 1, I've put a lot of hours on the Xbox One, 2, I can record clean. But it would probably run better on PC for sure. It's weird because it's such a simple game with this 2D style, which again is freaking gorgeous actually, and it has that really good music. It's just a great game. I really like this game. Apparently New Lands is better. I guess I have the benefit of not playing it. Anyway, I completely lost my train of thought. I get lost in the graphics. The greed, the greed. Your goal as sovereign monarch is to kill the greed, take them off of your lands. I was playing this with my nephew over the weekend because he had to stay. A bunch of crap was going on. Anyway, it was good though. It was fun to hang out again. He's like, this is a democracy. He kept trying to be nice to the workers, and I said, no, this is a fucking monarchy. I am the crown and the sovereign, and the people will do my bidding. Because I own this crown by divine right, God wants me to have this power. He doesn't understand. He's been brainwashed by this whole republic thing. And he doesn't understand the power the crown holds. These are your subjects, not your citizens. I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat. Bravo 6 going dark. So here's the... So there's a dock portal. And the benefit of destroying that one, which will be the first ones we destroy. We can't get to it until we go up a age in technology, which is basically how this game handles research and any other RTS. Is you can build a lighthouse, and if you build a lighthouse, your boat won't crash. So the deal is, when we go to the next island, our boat's going to wreck. And if we can get to the point where we build up the max lighthouse, then your boat won't wreck, and you can travel between the different islands freely. At this point, our goal is to get off of this island within the next couple days. Within the next couple nights, we need to be off this island. Need to go to Island 2. Get to Stone Age, and we're going to actually start attacking. Like I say, that really what we have to do here is speedrun this. If we want to do this in a single run, because the game is just going to get so damn difficult that it becomes more and more likely that we lose our crown. What happened up here? We clearly lost a wall. Which is kind of crazy that one greed managed to knock this whole damn thing out. That's my own fault. I didn't... Usually if you're going to expand, your best bet is to sit there and babysit it until you know that they're solid. First island is free boat though, no need for a lighthouse. I'm just talking about the game mechanics, Smallsy. Thanks, man. For some reason the graphics card isn't listed, but the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650. Nice, I'm glad it's running good for you, Jeremiah. Weird. Still, okay, this wall faded, but it's not just death over here. Probably bribe the greed again. Like I said, I want to get off here in the next 2 days. Trials carry Terry. We want to come back. 48-hour stream. Let's go. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Those kind of channel points. We're going to have to up some of the point totals. I was going to add a really special one for 100,000 points. You could, start a 24-hour stream, but now I know that you guys are at like a ridiculous amount of points. We might have to make that a little bit more expensive. Alright, get recruiting, boat, gem. The question is, I think third island we get Stone Age. We may have to push all the way to third island. We just need to push all the way out to Stone Age before we come back. I don't know that we have a worker anymore. There has to be at least one. I saw a guy working on a boat. If we get it on the second island, then we'll just come right back. But we need to build another builder. I'm ready to leave, but we take our guys with us, so having 2 builders to start the next island will be helpful. Third night being gone. That's a pretty good pace. Before night 10, we should already be on the attack and heading to third island, I think. Some more RAM would be nice. Whatever. You only have the 1 stick of RAM, right, Jeremiah? Depending on what your motherboard says, you could probably tune your RAM up some couple notches. I mean, that would be the first step. Just buy another stick. The damn wall up, would you people? Keep recruiting. There's this one challenge island that I do all the time, and I have yet to be able to beat it all the way. Highest I can get is silver so far. It's called Plague Island. And the biggest thing about Plague Island is you have to be able to recruit 9 people in a night. It's both like the best of the game and the worst of the game. It's the worst of the game in the sense that you realize that this game boils down to it's a simple game that feels like it's deceivingly simple because it's actually complex beneath it all. But Plague Island reveals that when you put the game to that extreme, that it's also very simple. It seems simple that it's hiding complexity, but really it's simple and it is simple. And the simplicity is recruit archers, get DPS. Have a big field, make money. So it's a cool scenario that I've done a ton off stream, but in the long run I've been a bit disappointed by because I think it kind of reveals. I need to apparently babysit the shit out of this place. You should totally speedrun this game. That's what I'm trying to do. I mean, I'm not going to get a world record speedrun. I just want to do a crown. I want to do a single night, single crown run, which I'm trying to do tonight. I think I can. I'm already taking too much time to get off this island, though. Workers aren't close enough. I expanded really far out, really early. Okay, good. 2 workers, that's plenty. I don't even need them to do this, honestly. We just need to leave. It's freaking night 4. Time to go. Time to go. We'll come back. We'll deal with this shit later. All aboard. All aboard. It's fine. It's not a good wall at all. Deadlands tends to get pretty freaking laggy. And I assume on PC that this thing runs fucking fine because, you know, it's a PC and it's a simple, whatever, 64-bit, 16-bit game. Hey, get on, archers, please. It's time to leave. Alright, goal is 3rd island before day 10. Which is going to be a challenge since we took 4 days over here. Plenty of money to move on with, though. I love the style, though. I love the art style. It's a lot and a little, which, again, is kind of what I felt about the game when I was playing the challenge islands. Is because the challenge islands are like, you take one mechanic of the game, like going to the next island, or killing greed portals really fast, or in the case of Plague Island, the defense mechanic, and you take that to the extreme. And you isolate it, and as I say, at first I thought that it really was a display. It highlighted that underneath all of the simple graphics and simple controls was really a really complex game. But the more I've done the challenge islands, the more I've found that largely you end up doing your goals stay very similar. Luckily, I made sure it was an upgradable. If I want to get 32 gigabit 2070 Ti card in this thing, yeah, if you're fucking made of money, especially right now with the COVID thing. I mean, all PCs are upgradable. It's just what kind of power unit do you have in it? That's really going to define it. And I'm sure your motherboard's got 4 slots for RAM, right? And I don't know that there's a motherboard out there that doesn't. Maybe my ignorance is showing. There's a very good chance my ignorance is showing. I do that often, you know? Do that pretty damn often. Sales pitch for the game. Sales pitch for the game. Alright. Elevator pitch, 1 sentence. It's the history of the world in a button press. There. Hire me, Swedish developers. I pitched your game. I mean, you need to make sure that you know your motherboard. Motherboard specifications will tell you what RAM speed you can run. That's going to tell you how upgradable it is. And then the next thing that might be your bottleneck is your power unit. Let's go ahead and get this. It's going to be expensive. I hope that wasn't a dumb risk. Usually the first night's not bad on the new islands. This is the farmer. We do want to grab this. I'm not going to have a lot of time to like sit down and really get my farmers going because obviously we're trying to move really fast, but they do make a substantial amount of money. They were buffed. They were just junk. They're significantly improved because the... better not. Not with 2 coins. They're significantly improved because in the winter they can make you a little bit of money if you can find the bushes. That RNG is a big role in that. RNG is a big thing in this game in general. These islands are all procedurally generated. And basically, if you get a really bad set of spawns, like, oh, it's 2 villages right on top of one another, and then it's like, but you can't progress forwards, you don't have a field to hunt from, it can ruin a run. You really want some very specific, because you can only build walls on the dirt mounds. You can only build towers on the rocks. I don't know if it works that way in New Lands. I think in New Lands you can actually build freely. But the deal is, you can get completely screwed on the environment, and that can just as easily take a ruin or run. Okay, boat's on the right. I'm going to build out on that side the next morning. I don't want to ruin this. Like here, the village is right next to us. So if I can't get a tree to get cut down here, then... Okay, I got lucky. This is risky, especially without coins. If it's just 1 greed, then we're good. Oh, just bribe them. I mean, like, yeah, like an all-in-one unit, but if you have a tower... From the specs of your PC, it should definitely be upgradable. There should be no problem there. I mean, like a laptop, or... There's like all-in-one HPs that are the monitor, and then the... I've taken apart a ton of those with my brother, because he works in IT. I've had days where I went and I helped him at work, and... Well, sometimes he takes his work home with him, and I helped him. I've taken apart a ton of those. I described the motherboard. That shit is foreign to me. You just gotta put in, like you did, the, whatever motherboard it is. That's cool looking. On this side, I'm actually a little bit more screwed than... we can go on the attack. I want to be gone by day 10, but I might be able to push through and go get this lighthouse. Just by posting the specs, and then we just have to look it up, and that'll tell us what speed... Like, I have an X570 motherboard. I have the Crosshair 8 Hero board. It can run DDR4 up to 3200 megahertz or something like that. The last motherboard I had was the Asus Tough Stuff motherboard. It could only run DDR3 up to like 2600 megahertz. Your motherboard won't be stable or even accept the RAM if it has a faster clock speed than the motherboard can handle. What I said was at least 90% accurate. Your motherboard and RAM have to be compatible. Oh, damn. I got an Aurora's X570 board. Nice. Dude, the Ryzen series of CPUs and boards that went with it are just so nice. So nice. Easy to build with. They get along. It's been a good time for PC building till the whole... Till the Rona. Till the pandemic hit. Alright, I'm gonna get free walls by upgrading the village. I used to just sit here and upgrade this, but I've gotten to a point where I don't know that it actually is... No, it is cheaper. It is cheaper just to hold out and get the free upgrade by upgrading the village, I believe 3 times, 4 times, one of the two. I need to figure out how I'm gonna move up on this side. Runs like a charm. Yeah, man, the Ryzen series has been so good. Sounds like we're gonna get a new chipset next year. I mean, fuck, I won't be able to afford it, but hey, for those that can, it's exciting stuff. I'm gonna post up here. That'll get us to the end of this dock. No, not yet, not yet. I want to upgrade the village. I want to get those stone walls. That already... Yeah, I have to upgrade the village because otherwise I can't get a knight. I need to be recruiting. That's the thing I'm not doing well right now. I need to be recruiting, I need to be upgrading the village, get a night out, start the attack. Here's our plan. I can't actually read these buttons well at all. Hold on. Expand this. There we go. Memes and stuff. Memes and stuff. Oh, fuck. I'll bribe him. We'll bribe him. It's automatic now. Hello, have you heard of the High Elves? I guess there's a such thing as taking automation too far. Me and fucking Andrew. Oh, yes. Let's fucking... Yes. Let me not line up here. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Let me hold the position for 60 seconds. Soon, when I have more time that I can say, hey, I should take more time off the stream. Obviously, I cannot at all justify that after. It took me a week to do this. This guy is fucking broke. I love this guy. So you didn't used to have new characters, and that's what happened with Deadlands. Monarchs were just randomly generated sprites. Now they're full-blown characters with abilities like this. That guy turns into a bat, and it's freaking broke. But I'm going to make that pause on the frame. Same thing with To Be Continued. I don't know why our jar is completely empty now. So an archer has to come by and actually break that. That's why that guy can't be bought yet. The deer is tempting. I should actually get that first couple gem chests and go ahead and buy the farm. Farm. Upgrade to the knights. Go on the attack. Leave. What is it, night 6, 7? We're getting fairly deep into the spring now. If I get it to the winter, one... The stream's going to get really boring because there's like nothing I can do in the winter. I tend to actually just walk away from the game. I'm not scared to admit it. And yeah, I know there's some really people on the Steam forums. Well, actually you suck if you're not doing anything in the winter. You should have saved all your money in the bank. Yeah, I get it. I get it. But you know what? You know what? I ain't always got time for that, man. I ain't always got money in the bank. We're not all so privileged! Let's just turn this into a fucking meme splatter. I might be a boomer by default, but I'll be zoomer in principle. Alright, I think we got the farm blessing. I think one more upgrade and we get walls. Can I just do it? Probably not. Probably have to wait a night. You get to winter pretty much no matter what. Almost impossible to go faster. Yeah, well, I know, but I'm gonna... If I can be close to beating it just in the early stages of winter, then we're good. If winter hits, then the stream is gonna take a real dip in things I can do. Because you just don't make money. As you know, but I'm just telling to the stream. B550A to be precise, so what can he do with his ram, Wilso? Another cage and food. I could get the stable hermit, but I really don't care about her. Is it just 2? See, we're still doing good because we're not getting bad greed waves, nor close. But very soon it's going to be a different story. Oh, there's not even a reason to go out here. I thought there was one more village out there. I think the dock is on this side. Yeah, it's on this side. So if I am going to push out, it's really questionable whether it's worth pushing out. The second island's not very expensive to build a boat on. I'm better off leaving. I've made my decision. In fact, that's the next goal. I've got Stone Age, that's good. There's no reason to go on the attack. That'll just waste time. I just need to push to Island 3. and then push back to Island 1. Island 3 will need a lighthouse. Actually, fuck. It's tough to attack without the archery boon. So it's either attack here, which is pretty much a non-go now. I'm not going to do that. Or grab some gems, go back to Island 1, get the archery boon, push out to Island 3. All of which will take time, but the archery boon is just so important. Oh, I feel like I'm better off. Island 1, archery boon, leaving. Also really helps you make more money too. Nine. This game will teach you your Roman numerals like no other. Everything in there I normally do. Just fucking leave. Where's the gem bank? I've had some tricky history with the gem bank not spawning. Oh, it's a mini ATX board? Oh, nice. Yeah, Jeremiah, you could do so much with that. Post a picture, man. Post a picture of your build. It was pre-built, right? Pull that baby up in the Discord and let's give her a look. Is this right here? That's what it looks like in a picture. Post it in your room if you get time. Looks fine. Yeah, I've heard these HP computers have really improved. They're actually giving people a pretty good price for some decent power, and they're really not as bad a buy as they were the last few years. I set up a shit. That's cool. Who cares? I guess we'll get the idea, but yeah, man, it's plenty upgradable. You're gonna be fine. Save a little bit of money, throw some more RAM in there. Fuck. You got a really good motherboard in there. That's actually a great buy. For a pre-built. Seems like a good deal. You know? It's a start, and hey, it's plenty upgradable. Okay, I want to leave. I want to go to Island 1, get the archery boon, get the hell out of here. Go to Island 3. I have to rebuild this stuff. I should be fucking recruiting. What am I doing? Recruiting is just so important. There's no time to be sitting like I'm doing. I'm kind of like aimlessly walking back and forth collecting money. That means I'm wasting time. Valuable time. As I say, this is not about a world record attempt or anything like that. This is just about one run, one crown, one playthrough. One sovereign. Divined by God, meant to rule her subjects and nation and people forever. This is England, and the space between you is the tissue, and you are the blood. This is for England, men! For England! I think I can say that. My heritage is Welsh English, so I can pretend. There's 2 sockets, so I suggest 2 8GB sticks of DDR 3200. There you go, Jeremiah. I'm not even using my monitor right now. You're using the TV? Dude, so am I. There ain't no shame in that. I'm using my fucking nephew's TV. There ain't no shame in that. RAM has actually been at a good price lately. It's been static, but there for a while it was going down, down, down. Unfortunately, Bitcoin went back up. So, you know, that's going to continue. We've had the pandemic, and we've had Bitcoin go back up, so PC prices are not very good right now. They're not terrible. They haven't, like, you know, completely inflated at the wazoo, but for a while, RAM prices were actually going down. Using a VGA monitor with 2070s might be it. Yeah, it might be. What, 2070s? You have two 2070s or what? Geez, Smallsy, you got a bomb-ass PC. Look at the green screen. We're entering into the ether. Oh, $100 monitor, like the one they sell at Walmart. It's weird. You go to build a PC and you get all the fancy hardware and components inside it. Then you're like, oh yeah, I need a mouse and a keyboard and like a screen thing. Suddenly, that seemingly good deal on that PC you got balloons into another $500. Jeremiah's got to dress it up. You know the deer? The deer is tempting. The deer is really tempting. It doesn't have great stamina, but being able to make a few extra coins early in the game, why not? Used to find the griffin a lot earlier than this. Can I get two at once? Are you guys following me? Are you guys in love or what? I think they are. Come on, boys. Gotta bait you to your death. I killed the younglings, and I enjoyed it. Go, back off, greed. I'm in the middle of trickery and murder right now. Come. Come, younglings. The horns on that buck, dude. It's at least a 10-pointer. Darlings. Everyone fall in love here. Oh yeah, you can get more. Come on, boys. It's gonna be fucking big buck slaughter time. Like I'm gonna more than exceed my card this year. I only got 2 tickets for bucks, but technically if it's a buck killing other bucks, I've got unlimited cards. Dude, it's hunting season, boys. Again, PlayStation might get Predator hunting grounds, but we get Cabela's big buck hunter. Come on, one more. One more. It's alright, I'll tempt him back. Come, younglings. No. Fall back in love with your god. It's like something straight out of an anime. What's that anime that's all about, like, the spirit of the woods? It's maybe that really famous guy. Bro, 15, dude. Wow. Is the Bass Pro Fishing games and the Cabela games becoming like the, freaking Call of Duties and Maddens? No. To the no. To the no. We outie. Oh no, we gotta call. Is everyone on? Enough people are on. I'm gonna go get the bow. Then I'm gonna push to Island 3. Yeah, Minoki, that's it. Yeah. Hideo Kojima, no. Probably watches too much anime. That's it, Minoki. Who is that? He also made, like, Howl's Moving Castle. He was really famous. I don't think he's alive anymore. I think he just recently passed. Ayo. Miyazaki? Yeah, that sounds right. Good job, Smallsy. Good job, that's the one. Usually Wilso's our trivia guy, but today you get the points. Archery, leave. That's literally as simple as this is gonna be. Oh, he's still kicking? Let me crack open my manga. Yes. This thing does have a little bit more stamina than the vanilla steed as well, which is good. 16 times the detail, and this works. Alright, archery, like I say. Yeah, it does. I haven't messed with this thing much. Like, in the early days, I played with it all the time, but then I learned that the Griffin is the god mount, which is different in Deadlands, and that's why I think I don't have it yet, because I remember getting it early. I've beat this game a few times. I've just never done it in one crown. Oh, this was the wrong side. Maybe they've buffed this thing, because honestly, it's moving pretty good. But as soon as we get Bat Boy on Island 2, we're... This is the war mount, the damn thing, which is a terrible mount with... I think it's the lowest stamina in the game. With the... It's actually an OP ability, but the way that it's set up ruins it. It can give your men invincibility, which can be extremely useful. That's why I think they give it to you in Plague Island, but you have to time it out. And the way you... it's the same button to sprint as it is to do the invincibility, so... You always want to be sprinting because... You know, this has a day and a night cycle. Everything is being measured in days and weeks. So, you tend to use your invincibility when nothing's around and you don't really need to use it. Then you come back and you do need it, but your warhorse doesn't have it yet. If they just lower the cooldown for it, that'd make it even more broke. I just don't know. It's just a really tricky mount. I can see what they were thinking, see what they were doing. Still a terrible mount. Yeah, Stag is the fastest mount for us, but yeah, Griffin is so good. It's so damn good. Archery must be over here. Damn. I'm glad to finally do this, though. I've actually been sitting on this as a goal for a really long time, and I figured I've played it enough now that I could probably do a fairly fast go at it. We need a little bit more money to get the archer. Fall in love with me, younglings. Come on, it's Cabela. It's Xbox exclusivity time. Come this way. Come this way. We won't even need to do this soon. So long as you have some trees behind... You just need one tree. You have one tree, you'll spawn deer. And your guys will just freaking get rich, man. Kill it. Kill it, it's right fucking in front of you. Thank you. God, I can't wait for September. What, Cyberpunk? You see the PC Gamer article that there's like, you get to actually crucify people like the Romans in that game? And you can change your genitalia? Keep forgetting to upgrade this wall. Either that or decayed. There it is. Alright, that is the most important boon in the game. See that? Now they're really accurate. Not only makes a huge difference to your ability to make money, but makes a huge difference on the attacking that we're about to engage in. Come with me, dear. Hey, follow me. I am your lover. You're in heat. And I am a big fucking horned deer. That ain't the only thing that's big on this buck either, if you get my drift. You get what I'm saying. You get what I'm putting out. If you get what I'm putting out. Working hard or hardly working? I'm saying it's got a big dick. Subtlety is one of my fortes. What the actual fuck? Content? Speaking of that, I watched the Waco thing on Netflix that Paramount made. And I also read John Ronson's Secret Rulers of the World that talks about Ruby Ridge. Not so much Waco. And, dude, the FBI done fucked up there. My god. I really like the message behind the Waco thing. The Saint Davidians... Come on. You know. The guy was married to a 14-year-old. But, had kids with her. But... The big message in that one that I really was happy they threw in there is like police action is about non-violent solutions. It's about protecting people and finding how to not make them hurt one another. And, you know, like we did in Iraq, we'll do police actions in foreign countries. Second Battle of Fallujah with Bush. You can't shoot unless shot upon. Meanwhile, the guys are in the middle of a fucking hostile city getting their ass shot off. Absolutely abhorrent. But the FBI here in our own soil's got fucking tanks and APCs and rocket launchers and helicopters and machine guns and grenades and tear gas. Obviously, Ruby Ridge was one of the darker days in the FBI's history. And Waco is just as bad. They claim it was a mass suicide, and basically all evidence goes to the contrary. And I ain't here, you know, attacking the federal government. It is what it is, but it's the idea that you militarize the police, which is, of course, what we've done. You're doing shit you can't even do in the Geneva Convention to other countries. You're doing it to your own people. Put a bunch of tear gas in a basement, made all the children asphyxiate. That's the most likely thing that happened. They probably choked to death. They probably got gassed. Pretty sad, man. Oh yeah, content is hard, just do skins. Just ask Bungie. Just ask Bungie. That's how you do it. It's not about value to the customer. It's about how much value can the customer give to you. Secret Robot. I heard you across the room in Secret Robot attack lizards. Well, content is so difficult. Yeah, Ruby Ridge was surprisingly... Or not Ruby Ridge, Waco was surprisingly good. Because it did try to be... It's not like it's a total hit job on the FBI. Because it tries to focus on all the people in the FBI that tried to do the right thing and were tried to save police. And there's this really great moment where he talks about how the local sheriff doesn't even have a sidearm. He doesn't carry a weapon. Because he doesn't have to. And the way that they dealt with the St. Davidians was just talking to him. That was enough, because they were a peaceable cult. You know, they were... And it's... God, it's America, man. Freedom of religion. Just because they don't do what you're used to. I mean, granted, he was a polygamist, married to a 14-year-old. Technically legal in the state of Texas. But that doesn't mean fucking fire on them with machine guns, which is totally what they did. It's totally what they did. It seems like the FBI's really improved in recent years. At least they're a lot better at covering this shit up. But there hasn't been situations like the 90s. I mean, there was so much crazy shit that happened domestically in the 90s. And I have certain opinions about that I won't mention here as far as who was president at the time. But, yeah, man. You had Oklahoma, you had Ruby Ridge, you had Waco. There was a lot going on. You had the USS Cool get bombed. You had the first World Trade Center bombing. Those latter two were foreign, but yeah, a lot of domestic shit. A lot of separatists. That whole shit was definitely a part of it. The song is so good. If this is... Yeah, dude. Who requested Cool in the Gang? Someone knows their shit. This is such a good song.